Hello everyone, I am the horror hack John Mason. Just wanted to say thank you so much for coming by and watching this video, watching all of my videos. I see all your comments, your thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so right now if you want to by hitting that subscribe button below. I'm really excited to dive in and talk about one of my favorite horror, thriller, mystery, survival film, dark comedy of the year, Ready or Not. Ready or Not is directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett. Now, Matt has written and directed some horror hits already, like Southbound, the found footage style movie VHS, and a fun fact, he was actually an actor in both of those films. Now, back to Ready or Not. It comes jam-packed with such a great cast, like our lead heroine, Samara Weaving. We'll talk about her more later though. We also have some other heavy hitters in this cast, like Andie MacDowell, Henry Czerny as the pompous and clearly unhinged dad. And this film also has Mr. SoCal heartthrob from the early 2000s, Adam Brody. Yeah, Adam Brody, aka Seth Cohen from the OC that ran from 2003 to 2007. We've been on the run, driving in the sun, looking out for number one, California, here we come. Don't pretend like you don't know the song from the show. Okay, enough with the love fest. Man, I just overshadowed my girl Samara Weaving with Adam Brody from the OC. I'm not feeling too good about it right now. All right, let's get into the plot of Ready or Not. Alex has been estranged from his snobby, oh so full of themselves, extremely rich Les Domas family. Yeah, the family name is Les Domas. I hate him already. Despite cutting ties with his family years ago, Alex brings home his lovely bride-to-be, Grace, played by Samara Weaving. There is a tradition in the Les Domas empire where any wedding within the family must take place at the mansion. Oh, and there's just one little more tradition. At midnight on the wedding night, the bride or groom, whoever's on the outside of the family, has to draw a card from a mysterious box and perform whatever game is written on that card. It could be a simple game of checkers or Old Maid, or a really fun game of hide and seek where you're hunted down by your psychopathic greedy rich in-laws with traditional weapons like a battle axe or crossbow. Oh, and the mansion is on lockdown, so there's no way out, and you have to survive until dawn with a dozen people, your in-laws, trying to kill you. Ready or Not is like a spicy but refreshing cocktail made of equal parts Would You Rather, The Purge Anarchy, You're Next, and a few splashes of, let's see, what would tie all this cocktail together? Oh yeah, Satan. Now that you know the general plot of the film, let's get into what I liked about it. First thing that comes to mind are the characters. Let's talk about our bloody bride, Grace, played by Samara Weaving. Her character was like this witty, strong, alt chick with a slight nerdy side and drop-dead gorgeous. She wasn't the damsel in distress type, which is really good because nobody wants that, especially in a survival horror film like this. Even her scream was more visceral and organic compared to the classic scream queens. Now, Samara Weaving killed it in The Babysitter and other films she's been in as well, and she absolutely crushed it in Ready or Not. I feel like she's one of the it girls in horror now. She's the heroine I want to see go to battle over and over and over again. Right from the beginning, they made it very clear just how on the other side of the spectrum this family was from Grace. Classic good versus evil. Every member of the Les Domas family wore either black or dark tones to the wedding. That made Grace, our bride in white, our beacon of hope, stand out amongst these demons. Even her name, Grace, means a virtue coming from God. Anyway, they did such a good job at making you hate the Les Domas family. You wanted to take a 2x4 and just smack every one of them upside the head with it. Talk about the insufferable and selfish 1%. The Les Domas family are filthy rich, they only care about themselves, and they want to kill Grace so that they can keep their family estate. The only thing I liked about the Les Domas family was their hilarious quirks. You have this dad that gets bent out of shape and loses his shit easily, this crazy evil grandma that has this hair that reminds me of Allison Brie in Glow, an incredibly stupid coke-addicted sister who just cannot seem to use these traditional weapons properly, and I mean the list just keeps going on and on and on. They did a great job of at least having all these characters have some depth. Another thing that I liked about Ready or Not was the pacing. I never really got bored during this film. When there was a small amount of downtime of Grace running from her in-laws and escaping death traps, we would just learn more about the family story. The stakes kept getting higher as the game was almost ending. There was a few characters you didn't know if you could completely trust. It just all felt seamless. And the production design was fantastic. The layout of the spooky mansion, the dim lighting with glows of orange surrounding the inside, just like if there was a fire crackling in every room. What a great setting for a survival horror film. Now, there aren't many things that I disliked about Ready or Not, but let's get into a couple of them. Even though the pacing was really good in this film, I still wanted them to utilize the interior location of the Les Dumas mansion more. They do spend a fair amount of time in there, but I feel like there's so many opportunities for tense hiding scenes. Maybe when Grace was going from room to room hiding, she could have stumbled upon some artifacts or information that would lead to some leverage against the family. The mansion is such a cool location, I wouldn't care if they just filmed the whole thing right there. I was also disappointed in a couple of the arcs of the secondary characters. I really don't want to get into it more because, again, that could be a potential spoiler. Let's just say I didn't like the direction they went with a couple of these characters at the end of the film. And really, those were my only gripes. My final thoughts of Ready or Not are this. Going into this film, I had a hunch that I would really like it because it had that you're next, would you rather type of vibe. But I was pleasantly surprised at how much I loved it, and I would say that Ready or Not comfortably fits within my favorite horror thriller films of 2019. It's so creative with an original story, and it's the ultimate bashing of the one percenters that we want to see. I feel like the Les Dumas family represents every, family member, boss, coworker, stranger that is self-entitled and looks down on you. And it just feels good to see them get their teeth kicked in a little bit. Go see Ready or Not today. And we're out of here. Another review done. I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked Ready or Not if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, like I said, go see it. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Tell me everything you thought about this video or the movie in the comments below. I hope you give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's be friends, people. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at The Horror Hack. I am The Horror Hack, and this has been one hack of a show.